In this particular video, I'm going to teach you 3 simple ways to create header and footer in WordPress. You know that a website is made up of the header, the body content, and the footer. So I'm going to teach you 3 simple ways to create header and footer in WordPress without blinking an eye. So work with me as I do this. By the way, if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, I am Faith. I'm a digital marketer and a web designer. I help business owners create professional websites with WordPress, WooCommerce, and Shopify. And on this channel, I teach complete beginners e-commerce, digital marketing, and web design. If these are things you love, consider subscribing to my channel. Let's get right into it. So there are basically 2 ways you can do that. The first way is to use the default WordPress customizer or your theme customizer, as the case may be. And the second way is to use a plugin we call the header and footer plugin. That is the Elementor header and footer plugin. So for the first approach is to use the customizer, and if you want to do that, quickly just come to your WordPress admin dashboard, hover around appearance, click on customize. As soon as it loads, okay, you can see the header here, you can see the footer here. So what you will do, let's start with the header first. You click on it, so you can see that this space here is for header. You have 3. You have the first row, that is the top bar menu. This is the second bar, this is the third bar. So let's say we want to put something on the first bar. We want to put something like a button. We want to put it on the top bar. We want to put a button there. As you can see, this has given you opportunity to add anything you want. You can click here and also add another thing. Let's see, we want to add a search on that particular top bar. So we added this. Then here we want to add something. Maybe we want to add, what again can we add here? Social share. We want to add social share here. All right, so here we want to add what again? Let's look for something, maybe an account icon. So can you see that our top bar menu is already set? So now we want to configure the button. Can you see that our button is not looking good? Just click on that button. As soon as we click on it, it will bring out this for you. This is where you can select whether you want, if someone clicks on it, whether it opens in a new tab. Like if you click on that button, it will open in a new tab like this. That is what this means. Let's say we'll toggle it on. We want this link to go to somewhere, maybe www.google.com. That's where we want the button to go. So you are the one to put the link where you want the button to go. You want to say get started. You are the one to choose what will be written. It's not visible. Can you see? It's not visible because we have not designed our button color. So as soon as that is done, so you want to do what? You want to click on design. So what will be the text color here? So let's quickly change it to white, normal white. Then we want on hover, this second thing here, if you hover around, you can see hover. That's when you hover around it, what do you see? The color you want to see is what we're going to set here. We want to see something like let's say this color. Okay, so then we want to change the background color of this. It's white now. We don't want it. We want it to be red. Then when someone hovers around it, we want it to become blue. So if you hover around it, it becomes blue. Can you see? It becomes blue. So that is what we want. The border color is the color you see around it. Can you see this color around it? We want to change it to something like black. We want to change it to black. That is basically what we want to do here. Then you want to set the border radius. Do you want it rounded like this? If you don't want it rounded, let's say if I remove this, and don't forget, if you come here, please pay attention here. If you toggle this off, this is off now. It crossed like this because it is off. All right, whatever I'm doing here now is done individually. All the sizes will not be equal. But if you want all of them to have the same size, when you put any number, just toggle this on. It is on now. So if I put 20 here now, everything will change to 20. Can you see all of this have changed to 20? So this is 20. Let's say I want to make it 60. I want it to be rounded 60. But if I don't want to add anything, I just put 0. Can you see the way the button looks? That is what we call border radius. So let me put it at 60. and then that is there. Then you want to add spacing to it. The spacing inside this button is what we call padding. The top here is 15, the right has 30, the down has 15. If I decide to put something like 16 here, I want to put the down what 24. I want to put 24 down. I want to put this 16, and I put this 24. So this is what we have. We have already customized the button. Space outside the button is called the margin. As you can see now, there is no space there, but if I put something like 10, can you see there is space here? That is the margin space, the space outside the button. So if I remove it now, this line here will gum on the body of the button. Can you see? So that is basically how to do that. So let's come to the second row. On the second row, we have our logo here. We decided to pick logo here. This menu, I want to bring this menu to the middle. Primary menu, I've brought it to the middle. We want to add something here again. So let's look for something and add there. You can say secondary menu, but it's not looking good. So I want to see something again I can add there. So you can use a widget to add something there. If you add a widget, you now set it up. With that widget, you can add anything here. Let me remove it. Basically, then I want to put this one back here. So if you want to have like the top bar menu, the second bar, and the third one, with the third one, you can do that. You can decide to set this one too. Let's say I choose the secondary menu here. Can you see I'm choosing this? So we have the first row, the second row, and the third row. So this is what we have. Then if you want to change the color of the whole of this header, you just have to come back. Let's go to design. You have to come to this place, click on this gear icon here on the first row. You want to change the background color. What color do you want to give that place? So I've given it this color. Can you see? You can click on the second row, click on design. What color do you want to give the background? You can give it black color. What color do you want to give the third one? Click on this, click on design. Remember, design is where you change colors. This is blue. It will change, but it doesn't look good like this. You get it? So you just want to make sure you have the same color for all of them. That is, if you want to change the color of your header, I can decide to put the same color. Let's go to the third row and choose the same color. Let's put the same color again. Can you see that we have the same color for the header? But I always love to leave my header white. It's up to you to decide what you want. So click on what? Publish. This visibility is where you want each of these headers to appear. Let's say you don't want this top bar header to appear on desktop. You can toggle it off. It will not appear on desktop. If you remove it from tablet, it will not appear on tablet. If you remove it completely here, it will not appear here. Let me put them back. We want all of them to appear on both tablets, mobile, and whatever. So just know that visibility is where you want each of these header bars to appear. So if you want this one to appear only on desktop and this, just toggle off the mobile. It will not appear on mobile. If you visit this website on mobile phone, you will not see this top bar header. You will not see it. So that is basically what it means. We want to go back to the footer section. Just come here, come back here, click on footer. We want to customize our footer. As you can see, we don't have anything. We have only the copyright section in our footer, but we want to make sure we have other things at the footer. Let's click here. So what do we want to add here? Let's say we want to add this footer bar here in our footer section. So we want to add something here again. What again do we want to add here? You can use the widget to add something, or you use the HTML. Let's say we want to add social share. This is it. We want to add footer menu. So at the moment we don't have footer menu here, but you can configure footer menu by clicking here. So you can decide to select the footer menu. This is the footer menu. Let's select this as our footer menu. Can you see it has appeared here at the footer? Go back. So we want to go back to the footer. Can you see we have created the footer section? But this particular bar here, the footer bar here, has a different color. We want to make sure the color matches this particular color here. We want to give it the same. Can you see background color? We want to change it to, no, not, this is not the color, or we change it to this color and change this particular one. Let me click on this gear icon and change this one to that same color. So we want to choose the color so that two of them can match. Let's choose design. Can you see two of them now have the same colors? This is our footer section. This is the first one, this is the second one, which is where the copyright is by default. You can decide to click on the copyright section and remove this Astra theme here. You can decide to remove powered by Diva. So just put your store name or your website name there. So that is as simple as that. If you want to configure anything here, just click on this gear icon. This is for row. Remember, if you want to make any changes to this row or design this row, this is where you click. This is where you click. But if you want to make changes to each of the elements here, you just click on the element itself. Then you want it to stack up, you change it to stack up. When you stack up, there will be, can you see, this element is now vertical instead of horizontal. But if you use inline, it will go this way, to go horizontal. Do you want to align it by the left hand side? Can you see? If you want to align it at the center, you want to align it at the extreme. That's basically how to do that. If you don't want this to be visible on mobile, you can click here. It will not be visible on mobile. So this visibility is where you want each of the elements to appear. This is for the footer menu. You can change the link text. We want the link text to have black color. I've changed it to black already. I don't want it to carry that color it was carrying. The background also, what background do you want? The default background is okay. What font size do you want the menu to carry? I want it to be smaller. I want to change it. So let's say I want to give it 12 or 16. 16 is okay. The menu spacing, can you see? I just put 1, it has come together. If I put 10, it's large. So let's give it like 5. So we just want it to have that spacing. The margin is the space outside. If I put 1, you can see the space here. This is where you change it, and this is basically how to do all of this. Then if you want to actually customize your website to be mobile friendly, I'm going to do a separate video, but this is how to do it here. This is how it looks like on desktop. Then this is how it looks like on tablet. This is how it looks like on mobile. So this is your mobile interface. Can you see? So whatever you're doing, you're making sure that your website is mobile friendly so that people who are visiting the website with their phones will be able to access it and it looks good on mobile phone. This is basically how to set up your footer navigation or your header and footer navigation using the customizer. I'm going to teach you the second method of creating header and footer in WordPress. The second method is using a plugin. So we are going to come to plugin section, hover around and click on add plugin, right? So you come to the search bar. I've already made a video on how to install plugins here. You can consider watching that particular video on my channel. Or you're going to type header and footer for Elementor. There are so many plugins that can do this. Just know that there is no just one plugin doing it. There are so many plugins that can do it. So let's say I want to install this particular one. This one requires Elementor Builder. We need to install Elementor for us to use this. You must have Elementor installed. Just know that once you install it, you will be able to create header and footer. But in my next video, I will do a complete video on how to create header and footer using a certain plugin. That's when we get to Elementor. So we're able to install Elementor and create that. See you in my next video, right?